There's your starting lineup across the bottom of the screen. Clint Bowyer and Kyle Busch will share the front row. It's the first pole for Bowyer in over 400 races in the Cup Series, 2007.
Hey, Clint, this is Jeff and the guys up in the Fox Sports booth. You got us?
Hey, buddy.
Well, man, you're on the pole. What an awesome job yesterday. The thing looked so smooth. It's fun to see you come down pit road and get in that pit box, and you got a fast hot rod, but you're 0 for 9 in this race, man. How are you going to turn it around and get that $1 million tonight?
Everything you just talked about. Putting all that to good use. We got a fast hot rod. This Ford Mustang is extremely fast. Kevin behind me was really fast. Our speed showed that ghost car that you guys do such a good job of showing the speed of our cars. It's there. You got to hold on. 30 laps here, long time. Locking happens like we saw in that first race. You know, if caution comes out, all hell breaks loose. Everybody knows that. You got to be ready for it. A lot of communication, a lot of good decisions, a little bit of luck. Just might win this $1 million.
Well, go get that $1 million, man. We can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Earlier today, here comes this high-powered sport bike out of the tunnel. Hear it? What kind of mischief have you two knuckleheads been in today? I mean,
hey, did you see Gordon's goggles?
Those were great.
And he said, I didn't rent these are mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And that wasn't my trombone, by the way.
No, and that was Pat Rogers' motorcycle. Thanks, Pat. Well, it is full moon Saturday night. We've speeded it up just a little because now it shines brightly on the 19 cars that are about to take this restart.
That's $1 million. That's $1 million moon right there.
Yeah. The number 1 on the bottom, William Byron, way up on top in the 24.
Yikes!
Little damage there to the right front of that 19 of Truex.
Fourth time, Mike, in the past 7 races, William Byron will start on the front row. And Mike Joy just mentioned you're the youngest pole sitter in this event's history.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. This is a dream come true. I came to this race, you know, obviously I grew up in Charlotte, so I came to this race every year, and it's a dream come true to qualify in the pole thanks to Hendrick Motorsports just across the street over there, all the hard work there, and everybody at Chevrolet for giving us fast race cars. This is pretty cool, so can't think of a better way to start the weekend.
Now, Chad Knaus has Hall of Fame numbers in this event. How does he get the best out of you? Because you guys have certainly picked it up this year.
Yeah, I mean, just the dialogue we have in the hauler, transporter, whatever you want to call it. We go back and forth on communication changes. It's starting to improve for us, and that's where the speed's coming from, and also the cars are getting faster. So this is really exciting. Obviously, a really important weekend for Memorial Day and Captain Weber on our car, so looking forward to supporting him.
Three wide salute to the fans who are on their feet.
That's pretty impressive, Mike. I mean, I love that.
40 cars at the ready. How far is 600 miles from Charlotte, North Carolina? You could drive to New York City or the Motor City or the beach in Tampa Bay. That's 600 miles.
You ever made any of those 600-mile treks there, DW?
Well, I drove from Nashville to Charleston one time.
That's about 501 miles, right?
I had a car like that once, too.
I flew home.
As we get set here in Charlotte, the 2019 Toyota Camry XSE leads the field. And behind the wheel, WWE superstar, 9-time women's champion Charlotte Flair. You'll see Charlotte and the rest of the WWE superstars this fall on Fox, becoming the new network home for SmackDown Live. That begins Friday night, October 4th, only on Fox.
see right there, Eric Almirola drop a bag of ice out the window. That just shows you how hot it is when you're on pit road and you climb inside this race car for these pace laps.
Yeah, riding around right now under caution like this, so before we start the race, these are as hot as the car to be. There's no air flowing around the car at all.
Chad Knaus has won this race as crew chief, but he has the race's youngest ever pole sitter tonight, William Byron.
All right, team, let's get ready to rock and roll here. I'd like to say thank you to Captain Mark Weber for giving the ultimate sacrifice, and to Captain Weber's family for coming here to join us this evening and let us honor and remember him. I'd like to say thank you to all the armed forces, past and present, for all that you do for us on this Memorial Day weekend. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the race.
Well, that's a veteran crew chief right there.
Yes, sir.
You know,
William Byron, 21.5 when he won the pole here Thursday night, taking that mark away from Jeff Gordon, who won the pole here at what age?
Older than he, 22, I think. But now all he has to do is follow that up with a win here after 600 miles.
Oh, so you won after you did yours, is that right? Yeah.
Tonight's race will be run in 4 stages. 100 laps for stages 1, 2, 3, and the final stage. Pit road speed 45. They can go about 60 laps on a tank of Sunoco race fuel. And the grip level on a scale of 1 to 5, well, 3 or 4.
Or right now with these 130-degree track temps, it might be about a 1 or 2 on grip level when they go down into turn 1 and 2.
It'll improve as the evening goes on. What a nice tribute there from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Marcus Smith gave you a great award early in the week. And now, for stock car racing's longest night, you get to get this party started, Darrell.
I really do, Mike. And these folks here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Bruton Smith, Marcus, they've been my best friends for years and years. And the things they've done for me through the years, it means a lot. And, you know, you just can't make old friends.
No.
But you know what, Mike? It's time to get this party started. Like you said, it's time to run 600 miles, 400 laps. And if I was sitting behind the wheel of that 24 car, my heart would be pounding out of my chest, because I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to go boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys, and God bless America.
Well done. That was awesome.
18 still with you, still just out there. Still out there. 18 still with you, giving you a push. Yeah, good push. Don't let him slip. There you go. It's still outside. Still just out there to 10. Clear up. Clear.
In the corners, that white line is going to be William Byron's best friend as he leads lap 1 in Charlotte.
Mike, did we see him doing this on the parade lap there a little bit?
It's all about execution. I feel like you know, it's on me to know what I need throughout the race, and I feel like I'm starting to learn a little bit of what it takes at the last 100 laps instead of the first 80, which we've been pretty good. So but this is great. I mean, qualifying, it's an impound race, so it's good to see our speed is there, and just really excited. The guys have worked really hard on this 24 car. Everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, the engine shop, chassis shop, means a lot. So excited for it. Like you said, pole day has been good for us, and keep racking those up and hopefully rack up a better result on race day too.
You've run all 4 of NASCAR's series here, ARCA, Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. Is this a place where you say, hey, I could get my first win here?
Yeah, I kind of, before this weekend, because of it's somewhat similar to the package we had in the trucks. I went back and watched that race, and Rudy had a great truck for me at KBM there, and we won that race. And so hopefully we can lean on some of those notes that I had there and some of the things I wanted in the car, and just translate that to the race this weekend. So I do have some confidence going to this racetrack. I feel like it's a place that feels like home for me.
It is a real test of a driver's and a team's skill. So, Darrell, what is the key to winning this race today?
Well, I always focus on turn 3. I think if you watch the race yesterday, for instance, Cole Custer. Yeah, Cole Custer. Sorry. I was thinking about Cole Trickle. No,
I know.
He got underneath the 2 car and won that race. I think you got to be good off of turn 3. That's what I always focused on.
Yes, it is beautiful right now, Mike. Well, 21-year-old William Byron is on the pole for the 3rd time this year, and he credits his confidence here at Pocono with the Truck Series run he had back in 2016. He was driving for Capt Motorsports, and he went to victory lane. Well, he says that the new package with these Cup cars feels very similar to the truck. He's confident today could be win number 1. Vince Welch.
Well, while his Joe Gibbs teammates have won 8 of 13 races this season, Eric Jones is winless outside the playoff picture and coming off a DNF. So why are they confident here at Pocono? Because when they run well and execute, they're a top 5 team, and they've proven it. If they can have a clean day today, no self-inflicted wounds, don't be surprised when Eric Jones is contending with his teammates to join them as 2019 winners. Matt Yoakum?
Vince, directly in his mirror, is his teammate Denny Hamlin. Impressive momentum to start out the year with wins at Daytona and Texas. But the past 4 races, he's stumbled. His average finish is 23rd. But he comes to Pocono looking for a rebound. 4 trophies from Pocono already sit in his trophy case. They got over their steering box issues on Friday, qualified P6, and with an extra 5 laps of fuel mileage in the tank with this package, Chris Gabehart, his crew chief, up on the box. He can work the computer even more, looking at different strategies to put that 11 in victory lane, Mike.
Thanks, Matt. Let's look at how today's race breaks down. 400 miles, stages of 50 and 60 laps. The race is official at the end of stage 2. That's after 100 laps. Pit road speed of 55, fuel window 38 to 42. Grip level right in the middle of our scale of 1 to 5. And a competition caution to lap 20. You cannot fuel before the competition caution. That's because of overnight rains. J.J. Yaley spun on his qualifying laps. They had to work on the car after qualifying. Being an impound race, he will go to the rear, as will Matt DiBenedetto, who lost an engine in the first round of practice. So after 13 races, here's where we stand. Drivers in yellow in the win column. Kevin Harvick continues to lead those who have not won. Look at Alex Bowman up into the top 10 after those 3 straight second-place finishes, and then a top 10 in Charlotte. But it's page 2 where things get really interesting, because the cut line now is right below Kyle Larson with a mere 2 points ahead of Eric Jones as far as making it into the playoffs without a win. We listened in on Brad Keselowski as they got ready.
Good one down there, gentlemen. Done a great job here. This is another solid car. Good starting spot. It's a good day on pit road, and I'll do the best I can to execute for you. See if we can get a 4th win this year.
You know the strategy. It's going to flip-flop some, so we'll do our best.
.160 laps the distance. High overcast, sun poking through from time to time. Threat of rain between 4 and 5 p.m. will create quite an immediacy in the final stage.
Well, there's already nervous moments for all these drivers, especially those on the front row. They're going to get that long launch down this front straightaway, build up a lot of speed into that, a little bit of a braking zone into turn 1, and have no idea what kind of grip level there's going to be in these Goodyear tires.
Yeah, we talk about how many cars are going to get, how wide they're going to get down this front straightaway, but you got to funnel down to a couple of cars to get into turn 2, or you're in big trouble. But right now, one of my favorite parts of the race, one of the most exciting moments of the race, when that green flag goes in the air and we go, boogity, 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 ooh, let's go racing, boys!
Goodbye, 3/4. You're cool. Goodbye, 1.
We're going to go by. Opening behind you.
No help. You're good.
You're clear. side by side, 42 quarter, 42. Nothing behind him. Just a 42, 3 back to 2 wide, clear.
William Byron, last year's Rookie of the Year. Yesterday's pole sitter with a handy lead over Kyle Busch and Eric Jones as they come past the stripe.
And Mike, you'll kind of serpentine down this front straightaway.
So if we stay green, once these top 4 pit, Logano will once again be your leader. And Corey LaJoie has dropped off. He's come to pit road. And Denny Hamlin should be in this time, your race leader. That will leave just William Byron and Ryan Preece. And we expect Byron in a lap. Preece probably in the next 2 or 3.
Well, Matt, we've only got we'll have 15 laps to go when the leaders come by this time. So this it's showtime. You know, show us what you got. And I think Martin Truex Jr. is sitting in a great spot right now behind our leader here. Will be our leader, the 22 car. This little group right here. This is where it's going to get interesting.
William Byron is in. Giving up the lead. Ryan Preece 9 seconds back. He is coming this time, we're told, and he's in. So we have cycled through green flag pit stops. Joey Logano back to the lead.
And Mike, unless there's a caution, the 4 car took 4 tires, and he's so far back. It would take a caution for him to get back up here and be a factor as who's going to win.
And there is the difference. Harvick with that 4 tire stop back in now.
Don't you wanna laugh like we saw on the picture show? So come on, give me something, and come on, keep me up all night. You save my baby. All this time in between drives me crazy. I wanna life on fire, going mad with desire. I don't wanna survive, I want a wonderful life.
Fox NASCAR welcomes you to Sonoma Raceway in the Toyota Save Mart 350. What a wonderful place for a race, and what a beautiful sun-soaked day here in Northern California. We're at 79 degrees. The track temp is broiling, and we're enjoying a little wine and cheese and ready to go for our favorite race of the year. Hard to believe. It's been 19 years since Fox brought Fox attitude to NASCAR. Yep, that was year 1. With Darrell Waltrip and Larry McReynolds, a 15-year threesome pairing. And we were joined 4 years ago by a young, just out of the car, Jeff Gordon, and I'll get to you in just a second. All right? But it's my job to turn the page from all the tributes, all the accolades. You know how we all feel about you, and turn our attention to this racetrack and to this day.
Yeah, you know, if you're at home watching this race, you're looking at it on TV, you say, what's so hard about this joint? It's just a little 2.5 mile. Looks flat on TV, right? This place is anything but flat. And let me tell you, I run Riverside, I run Watkins Glen. This, in my book, is the hardest road course you're ever going to run.
And what else is hard about it is strategy, and strategy will be all over the place. I love coming here because of watching that unfold. But what makes the strategy work is the faith and the chemistry between a driver and a crew chief. And DW, I worked with you 4 times longer than any other driver I worked with, and what's made it work is the faith and chemistry you and I have had together for 19 years. But with that said, when I tell you to pit, all I want to hear is, I'm in.
Are you sure?
Well, back in 2001, while we were busy talking about it, Jeff was busy doing it and winning what was then the Winston Cup Championship in our first broadcast year.
Yeah, I knew in 2001 that when Fox came on board, they were going to elevate the sport to a whole nother level and bring a lot of new fans to the sport. So as a competitor, you wanted to win that championship, and I was very fortunate to win that championship in 2001 and elevate myself and our team to a whole nother level because of it.
And here you are today.
And here I am.
And we're thrilled that you're here. Well, there have been a lot of changes here at Sonoma, and for the track's 50th anniversary, here's one of them. Here is the layout that we've run for the last 20 years, going from turn 4A straight across to turn 7. Now, the long course with the carousel is back. You leave the course at 4, down through turn 5, up and over the hill into 6 and 6A, and then a long shot to turn number 7. So interestingly, of the drivers in today's field, as you see the carousel, none of them have raced on this layout, but Jeff and Darrell, you two have.
Well, have fun. We're looking forward to it, and good luck today. Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks to Darrell for all he's done for the sport. Tough not hearing you up in the booth, so miss you.
Kyle Larson, who rolls from the pole. We're headed down toward turn 11. There's the 2019 Toyota Camry XSE that leads the field. As you come out of 11, there is a kink, but you're full throttle all through there, so we don't call it turn 12. What are we going to call it? Where are we going to go? I know who's going to take us there.
Well, I would call that Calamity Corner because it usually is. But Mike, I've been out here since Thursday. I've done everything in the world. I got a new car to drive. I've been given trophies. People have given me hugs and kisses. But this is what I wanted. It's what I've been waiting for these cars to come off of this corner. And guys, it's showtime. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing today, boys. Turn 7 is a really, really great passing zone because it's wide. You can mess up, go a little high, go a little
low. No surprise. Kurt Busch,
yeah.
Damage. Being really aggressive. I think maybe too aggressive in that first lap. Made a little contact.
Got to be careful. He rubbed into my 95 car.
Chase Elliott goes for second and gets it. Larson stuck on the outside. William Byron with a 5-second lead now on Chase Elliott. Will Byron stay out and get his first stage win, or will he pit before the stage ends to get set for stage 2?
Oh, I think these guys are going to have to go for those stage points. This is just, it means too much to them where they're at in the points. But I am so impressed with the drive right now, that 24 car, William Byron, and how that car's holding on with speed here as we close into the end of the 20 laps of the stage.
Well, Friday afternoon, you ran a few laps in our Fox NASCAR 2-seater. You ready to get back out there?
I got to say, I had a lot of fun.
All right.
It got me encouraged, but I'm having some fun up here.
It's 140 degrees out there. It's about 72 in here. You might want to think about that.
I think
Ryan Blaney
I think you're good.
and Clint Boyer in the pit lane.
Take him out of the S, but he didn't do
I
it.
just think even if Kevin Harvick had gotten there, I don't know if he completes the pass getting into the S's.
Well, remember, he's a little frustrated with that car.
He has been, you're right.
Larry, how about Joey Logano?
Well, I talked to his crew chief, Todd Gordon, on Friday, and I asked him about strategy. And he said, Larry, if we're in a position to score a lot of stage points, we cannot give them up. We're in a battle with Kyle Busch in the 18 for the regular season points lead. Remember, in 10 races after today, that regular season points leader gets 15 playoff points, and that's why they stayed out. They're just not going to give up those stage points.
All right, well then how about the 11, Larry? Because I thought for sure with a couple wins with Denny Hamlin that he and Gabehart would choose to come down pit road.
To me, if you're one of those guys that you've already won a race and you stayed out like Logano, like Hamlin, you're just thinking about trying to stack up as many points to get as high as you can in the regular season points. But yeah, you would think that they'd be worried more about the big picture, and that's a checkered flag.
Yeah, I think I would want to hear the radio communication with Denny Hamlin after they pit when this stage is over.
Yeah, I think the big picture, maybe in this first stage, though, I think the big picture comes into play in the second stage as you set up for the finish of the race. So I think everybody tries a little something maybe different here, but I think the second stage, the 20 lap series, where we get to see some strategy played out.
Look at William Byron hitting every apex, nailing it just right. He's run 20 time trial laps as we come down to the end of this segment. What's up with Logano?
We'll still go back to 12.D when I set everything off. Still on battery 1.
Copy that. Let me know when it gets back to 12.0. If we can leave all the fans off, we'll do the calculations. I think we can run it.
Electrical issues for Logano.
And let me tell you, when you turn all the fans off on a road course, it will cook you.
Stage 1, William Byron in a Hendrick Chevrolet comes across the line to pick up his first stage win. And the first laps he's ever led on a road course.
And that was in dominating fashion, too.
I'm going to see if I can rip me a car like that. I like that car.
Hamlin second, Logano, Larson, Almirola. William Byron's rental rocket wins stage 1.
Hey Darrell, it's been an amazing ride, man. It's been so awesome to grow up not only watching you on the racetrack, but then of course seeing your transition to the TV booth. Listening to you for all these years, it's been really, really cool to be able to hear your stories and to be able to hear your take on our sport. We appreciate what you've done for it all this time, and of course we wish you the best in the future and whatever you're going to do next. Not sure what that is, but I know you're going to figure it out and do it at your best.
Kind words from the Candyman.
I like that boy.
Now you tell us.
Yeah,
right.
In case you didn't know.
Thanks to Peter Larson, the folks at BSI, for putting that Cameron Fowles car to honor DW.
Yeah, and Mike. Sorry, go ahead.
Thanks to Gary Sousa, who brought the Tide car for you to drive and play with Friday afternoon. To Mike Thurlow and Ken Epsman and Brian Farron and Ken Adams, who brought the Fox and the NASCAR Ride and Drive two-seaters to give a lot of our crew a thrill and feel just what it likes to be in the right seat around Sonoma.
I was so glad. I know Jeff is too, and I was so glad I went out and run some laps. Even though I'd run the carousel before, been 20 years ago, it was just good to acclimate yourself to the track and what it does and what it feels like. It's very, very helpful. And driving that Tide car, now that was a thrill.
Say we dial up our stage winner. William Byron, Jeff and the guys up here in the Fox Sports booth. You got me?
Yeah, it's in bar. I got you.
Well, buddy, you look like an ace out there, man. I tell you what, you were wheeling it in dominating fashion. Tell us about your race car and what you're looking forward to here once we get going again.
Yeah, it's been really good. It's you know, our goal is kind of to go to 4 of these stage points there, so got those, which was nice. Car was turning pretty good. I was surprised that the rears held on as good as they did, but I think the track will just continue to get better for what we've got going on with the rubber getting laid down. So pretty excited about that. You guys are doing a great job, so looking forward to it.
Well, you didn't see what happened there behind you because you took the lead early, but strap those, tighten those belts up a little bit because those double file restarts are going to be fun to watch, and I'm sure it's going to be pretty fun inside there. Thanks for talking to us.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jeff.
Stage winner, William Byron, will restart 18th. The first 15 cars now all pitted before the end of stage 1. Stage 1 complete at Sonoma as we thank Darrell Waltrip for 19 years in the broadcast booth, capping his second Hall of Fame career. I like those chrome numbers, by the way. And it raises, now our Fox folks, they're very helpful, Darrell, and they have a few ideas of things you might do in retirement. You could join Joe and Troy, where's Troy? On Thursday Night Football. You could go on.
No.
You know what that is? Naked and Afraid.
I would never have a tattoo like that.
WWE comes to Fox this fall. You could be the Masked Singer. Or maybe just do a little bodybuilding.
Now, baby, you mess with me.
Our production people are just too helpful, aren't they? And by the way, thanks to Eric Shanks, our CEO, for presenting you with that beautiful 56 Buick Roadmaster convertible to you and Stevie as a gift from Fox, and a thank you.
That's the neatest thing in the world. I love that Buick Roadmaster. Big old wire wheels, big white walls, and Stevie and I are going to enjoy the heck out of that thing.
And don't forget to let Hammond out of the trunk.
I'll let him out eventually. But I got up this morning, man, I said, I'm 30. I feel 30 years old. I go out there and race today if I want to. And I went and looked in the mirror and I said, no, you're 72. Just forget it.
Thanks to Dale Ledbetter and the folks at Hendrick Performance for helping us put that great gift together and getting it out here.
Well, as you might imagine, the good news is we got a playoff point, 19 stage points. The bad news is we're going to restart around 20th, give or take. But true to the salute, we're going to send DW off here. You were the show that stage. You'll be the show the last one too. You good with that? Yes.
I love it. They're talking about you during the race.
That's funny. Well, I know I've had it both ways.
You know, not only is this the only sport where you can talk to the athletes during play, they talk back to you.
That's right. Yeah, he was the show. I don't know what it's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna be a part of this show, but he was.
No, you're the show today.
Oh, yeah.
You're the show.
Those guys out there are the show. I'm standing on the sideline waving at them.
When I wave the green flag, I want to hear boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. You with me? You with me? All right. Give me that green flag, starter. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Let's go all-star racing, boys. Let's go racing, you bunch of hot dogs. Let's go racing, boys, and Danica. Let's go short track racing, boys. Let's go racing, California style, Vegas style, boys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nobody in this sport has had more fun than Darrell Waltrip.
Do you remember the first time we ever did that? It was what?
Where did that come
I think
from?
it was Darling Dog. It just came out of nowhere.
We were debating this the other day, whether you started Daytona 2001 with Boogity Boogity
No.
Boogie, or did it come that season, though?
It may have been, but it wasn't Daytona, I know.
Hey, there you go.
How about
You got
that?
it, pal. Boogity, boogity, boogity. There you
Yes. Yes.
For Joe Gibbs Racing,
go. Hey, look at there.
10th win of the year. And that's the car you drove Friday that Gary Souza brought, one of your former Tide Monte Carlos.
Great car. Thank him so much. Well, I'd like to be Joe Gibbs, not my two cars, but I got to tell you, the one word, and it sticks out of my mind every time I look at Cole Pernin and Martin Truex Jr., confidence. Martin has so much confidence in Cole, and he strives on that. I think he's a driver that wants to be on a team where he's needed and where they like him and where they support him, and that's what he has with that group, and that's why he's running the way he is and why he's winning the way he is.